Capcom, where are the Deluxe Remasters? Since I've been playing Resident Evil Revelations for the first time on live stream on Twitch and YouTube, I've been wondering, this game could get a Deluxe Remaster. Okay, before I start all of this though, if you're wondering what is a Deluxe Remaster, if you remember, back in 2024, Capcom released Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster on the current gen consoles. Basically, a Deluxe Remaster is a remaster that's better than a remaster, but still not as good as a remake, but it's borderline remake. It's hard to explain. So Deluxe Remaster, they take the gameplay and they tweak it for modern players and add a lot of quality of life improvements. They upgrade the visuals in RE Engine so it looks like a modern game. They change the voice actors, face models, everything. They might upgrade the music or something, but the original code of the game still stays intact. So the game still plays like an early, PS3, PS4 game while playing better than that version. That meets the standards of modern gaming and looks better. So basically, it's a light remake, but they call it Deluxe Remaster. What got me thinking is that when they released Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, Capcom put out a survey asking fans, what other IPs would you like to see being Deluxe Remastered? Ever since that survey, we have gotten no news. I know it's only been like 1.5 years, but like there's no tease, nothing. Nada, absolutely zero. There's nothing that's coming with Deluxe Remaster. And fans like me have been speculating, okay, maybe Okami can get a Deluxe Remaster, even though it got a HD remaster on the PS4. Maybe like Onimusha can get one. Maybe early Devil May Cry. Even though I think early Devil May Cry games should get a proper remake, not a Deluxe Remaster. Maybe Dino Crisis, but still that needs a remake. So there's a lot of IPs that can get Deluxe Remaster treatment, but most of the people are talking about actually deserves remakes more than Deluxe Remasters. Because like if you look at Dead Rising 1, it's a third person game. It can translate well into modern gen consoles, and that's why they did it. So maybe Dead Rising 2 or 3 can get like a deluxe remaster and they can upgrade the storytelling and the characters so people like it more like the original rather than dismissing like the sequels. Either way, I'm here to talk about why Resident Evil Revelations 1 should get and deserves to get the deluxe remaster treatment.
Resident Evil Revelations.
I still haven't finished the game. I'm like halfway through it. I'm taking my time. I'm playing that while playing other games. Resident Evil Revelations is pretty much okay. It's not amazing. It's not that great, but it's not terrible. Like I'm still having kind of fun. There's a lot of backtracking with the puzzles. There's like survival horror element to it. I like the monster designs. I think they will look sick with modern day graphics. So Resident Evil Revelations so far, I don't know, I'm like 60-40 on it. I like it 60%, but I don't like it 40%. So with a lot of rumors and news about Resident Evil Revelations getting a remake, apparently it came from Dust Golem on Twitter, who is a very, very reliable source for Resident Evil. Like 90% of the time what they say does come true. He said Capcom have thought about making Resident Evil Revelations 3 or like going back and remaking the first game. Okay, after playing hours of Resident Evil Revelations, it should get a deluxe remaster, not a remake. And this is my argument. The game already plays well and looks good on modern gen consoles. I don't think it needs a ground up remake because the foundation of it already plays like a modern gen game. I know you could make an argument for Resident Evil 4, but like that's a beloved game. Even if you remake it or just like properly remaster it, it's gonna sell like a lot. So that is a different kind of story. But this being a Nintendo DS or 3DS game coming to PS4 as a remastered, I think it translates well. And what you have to do with Deluxe Remaster is just upgrade the visuals. Like you don't have to animate any scenes, you just put a pretty coat of paint over the still, relatively good looking game. Definitely tweak the gameplay. Holy, the gameplay is one of my biggest issues in that game. It's okay, like it's still playable. I like some of the aspects of it, but like the aim and the speed of the game is very sluggish. When you aim, it's like this. There's no smoothness to it. I think they can definitely tweak and upgrade that aim speed and aim movement 100%. They can obviously upgrade how the characters look, but I think Jill looks great. That is definitely one of my favorite looks of Jill. I love Resident Evil 3 Jill, but like that's Jill with long hair, with brown hair, compared to like her blonde hair in Resident Evil 5. I think she looks great. Chris looks great. Everyone looks very good, apart from that one guy who looks like Conan O'Brien. I mean, what is this face model? You definitely have to change it, Capcom. Come on now. Maybe they can upgrade the soundtrack or something, but I think the soundtrack isn't that big of a thing. The overall like game layout, I think is very good. I think that is the best part of the game is that there's a lot of backtracking and puzzles in this like big ship that they're in. They can definitely make it look better with RE Engine, the lighting and everything. Like the casino section looks absolutely great. The whole section looks great. The corridors being like lit by the moonlight and like the storm outside the ship just like keep lightning and thundering at you. I'm like, all right, the atmosphere is very, very eerie and cool. And that's definitely, like I said, that's one of the best parts of the game. So the overall foundations of it is there. You just have to make it a bit better. And definitely the voice acting. I absolutely fucking hated the voice acting, dude. That Jessica, me and my sweethearts are on the way.
Me and my sweet ass are on the way.
What? Come on now, like that's just so corny. You can make these characters have better dialogue. Like, okay, overall you can keep the dialogue, most of the dialogue, but definitely take out that sweet ass part. That is just, dude, what the fuck? But like, you can keep the dialogue, but as in the voice acting, they sounded so monotone. Even Jill sounded very bored and tired. The best voice actor in the game was honestly Roger Craig Smith as Chris Redfield. Like, he's obviously a goat of the industry. He knows how to voice act. I'm not saying the other people don't know how to voice act, but like the way they delivered their lines, I just hated it, and I didn't like listening to any of the characters apart from Chris. So I think they can definitely, upgrade the voice actors or like just perform it in a different way that's more believable and more grounded rather than just like, I don't know, it was too bland. So yeah, that's my quick argument of why Resident Evil Revelations should get the Deluxe Remaster treatment as the next Deluxe Remaster project. I think Capcom definitely has a gold mine with this Deluxe Remaster branding. They can definitely get older games like Resident Evil Revelations, even Resident Evil Revelations 2. That game looks great for like modern standards. I think that looks good, but like even that you can upgrade with RE Engine, you can make it better. Maybe you can change the face of Claire to match the Resident Evil 2 remake Claire, even with Jill. You can change Jill's face model in Resident Evil 1 to match her Resident Evil 3 face model. So I think there's a lot of potential in these Deluxe Remasters. Yeah, Resident Evil Revelations, I think it has a pretty good foundation to build up on, and so far the game is okay, but it can be a lot better. It's definitely survival horror. I'm really enjoying some aspects of it, but if it was remastered in that fashion, I think it would be absolutely brilliant. Either way, what do you think? What games do you think should get the Deluxe Remaster treatment? Like, do you think Okami should get it, or like Onimusha or Devil May Cry? I might disagree on Devil May Cry, but whatever you think, please let me know down below. As always, thank you very much for watching. I'll see everyone on the next video.